Hey there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. That was a bit of a mess. You get the idea. If you've visited the channel before, you know. Okay, so today we're making this lovely card. Quite pleased with how this turned out. So we're going to do some all-over stamping. It's two-step stamping that we're doing today. And this features the Inspiring Iris stamp set. And I think it's one of those ones that kind of just gets lost a little bit in the catalogue. It was a carryover from last year, but I really like it. Some really lovely images, and it is a two-step set. So we have the iris with the flower heads and the greenery that match. The carnation is with these two, and then we've got this image which we're using today that has these two included to colour those in, and then we've got some nice lovely sentiments as well. Okay, so we're going quite soft with our colour palette, I would say, and the background there is Sahara Sand, and we're going to be using the same ink, Sahara Sand for the sentiment, it's So Saffron for the flowers, and then we've got Soft Sea Foam for the foliage. Okay, so that's what we've got. So it's probably going to take a while to do all the stamping, but I want to do it in full for you. I've already prepped my Sahara Sand card base and my card layer. Put those to one side for a moment. The card layer is 3.5 by 5 1/4, just so that it's a little smaller than the card. So we've got that Sahara Sand coming through. Just sorry, forgot to pick up my scrap paper because we're going to stamp off the page, so just want to protect the main surface. So we're going to use the outline image, and we're going to use Sahara Sand ink to stamp that. I did, when I was designing this, I had a look-see whether this could be done with a grey, because I wanted something softer. I didn't want to use black. I wanted it to remain quite subtle, to go with the subtle colours that I've chosen. So I tried Smoky Slate and I tried Sahara Sand, and I thought this looked better in my opinion, but of course that is just my opinion, and if you were to try this yourselves and preferred the Smoky Slate, that would be cool too. Okay, so you probably, while I was rambling there talking to you about stuff, you can see how I am just trying to twist and turn that image so that it fits nicely. There's a few schools of thought on how to go about doing this kind of stamping, because you can kind of box yourself into corners if you aren't careful. But I like to start in the middle and work my way out. It doesn't matter what overhangs, it'll come through in the design somewhere. So that's a little tight there, but we'll go with it. It's not too big of a gap. So I think we'll stick some more leaves in there. And I think we might have that cover in the corner like that. Okay, we've just got something missing down here, haven't we? Just need to, oops, just went down a bit. The ink touched the paper there, but probably won't notice. Okay, Stampin' Chamois off to the left, and I forgot to open it up. So that's our outline images all done. And now we're going to colour them in with the other stamps in the collection. So we're going to use So Saffron and the fill-in image for that. Right, so this image doesn't perfectly fit. So it's a kind of a watercolour kind of effect, but this sort of pokey out bit there lines up roughly with that. It's got the general shape, but it doesn't line up exactly. exactly. So that's my marker, that kind of angular piece that's sticking out there. So instead of turning the block, I'm actually going to turn the cardstock, which might make you feel a bit giddy, but that's what we're going to do. You can turn the block if you want to, if you prefer to do it that way. Just giving you some different options on how you can go about this. As I say, it doesn't fit perfectly, so even if you think you might have missed the alignment, it isn't going to be too much of a bother. And if you like these partial flowers, I can't really tell which bit that is, if you know what I mean. So you know what, it's not going to matter. As long as you cover it up, it's really not going to make too much difference at all to the overall look of the card. Have I got them all? Yep, I think I have. Okay, wipe that off on my chamois. I do like to clean my stamps as I go along. So now we've got those in place, we'll bring in the soft sea foam, and we'll do the same with the leaves. The leaves actually match up a bit better. And they're a bit of a better match. So just take your time to hover over there and just put those in place. Just like so. But again, I really wouldn't worry if you are new to this kind of stamping and you're a bit nervous of it. You really don't need to worry. Just line it up as best you can. Oh, brilliant part about using photopolymer stamps, that you can see through them for this particular kind of technique. Which is perfect. And I saw another bit somewhere, there it is. I think it's the end bit, it'll do. Excellent. There we go. That's that stamped and done. So it didn't take very long at all to do that, and that was doing it. I was doing it quite quickly, but you know, it's all good. All good. I've already stamped the "Wishing You the Best" sentiment, and it is actually the postage. Is it rectangle postage label? I think it's called. This is one. It's available on its own, but it does form part of a bundle as well with the Posted for You stamp set, which is delightful too. But we're just going to use the label today, so I'm just going to line that up through the back of the punch so it looks something like central. That looks all right to me. And we will get that ready with some dimensionals, and they're going to go over some ribbon, so I'm going to just put it sort of top and bottom so that the dimensional will hit the card base, it will stick better that way. So before we're going to add this to the card, we want to add some ribbon. Now I do love the tool, it is very subtle, but I wonder if it's a bit too subtle. So I thought we could bring in the this lovely just this white ribbon, which I thought might stand out more without detracting from the design. This is actually a ribbon that is part of a combo pack that coordinates with the Flowers for Every Season bundle. It comes with some gingham in Just Jade and some Misty Moonlight and Silver twine, which is just beautiful. Got another length ready for tying our knot as well. So we're going to secure this to the back first with our Stampin' Seal. So I'll just press that to the back. So again, if you want this to be, make sure this is nice and straight. If you line up your paper on your grid paper, your cardstock on your grid paper and pick a line. That solid line seems to be just perfect for this one right now. Sorry, I just knocked the camera. Are you okay? Yeah. And then if you bring that across, put it back down where it was. Okay, so I know that if I've lined that up with that dark line on that grid mat, it's going to be straight on the front. Okay, so while that's turned over, we'll put down some adhesive to get this stuck down onto our card base. I'm using plenty because I don't want that ribbon to escape, so the more firmly that's secured, the less likely that is to happen. Okay, see how we've got this nice bigger border. You know, my usual card layers only give you a skinny border of that background colour, but I really wanted it to be part of the design for this particular card. So now we're going to add the sentiment, so then we know where to put the knot for the ribbon. And like I say, by doing it top and bottom, that adhesive is going to catch onto the base of the card and not struggle to adhere to the ribbon. They aren't fantastic for sticking over ribbon, but that's definitely missing the ribbon top and bottom there, so that's really nice and secure, not going to go anywhere. So we'll tie our knot right over left, and then left over right. Still not sure if I actually do those properly, but they turn out nicer than they used to. I wish it to end up in a bit of a... end up in knots. Yeah, that's a bad joke, sorry. Let's make that nice and tight. Okay, so that's sitting really nice. I like that. And then we'll just trim this end a little neater on the angle, like so. And we'll try and get this something like the same length. That will do. And the only thing left to add to that are our champagne rhinestones. You could use the clear ones. I just thought the card is generally in warmer tones, so I thought the champagne ones would suit it better. And if they will behave themselves. Just pick those up. So again, it's all about, you know, drawing the eye into the design elements of the card with that visual triangle of embellishments, and that's that. So here we go, quick as a flash. Say very similar. All I've done is change out the ribbon. I just thought, yeah, I love the tool, but I felt like it didn't have as much impact, whereas the white, this more solid ribbon, really does. So I hope you like that. I will put links to the key products that I've used in the description. They'll be available in my online store, open all the time, so you can have a look through and shop at your convenience. If you have liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe. That would be really, really great. Thanks ever so much for joining me today, and please do stay safe out there. Still a bonkers world out there, isn't it? Okay, do take care. I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.